Okay, guys, I'll be starting in just a second. I'm trying to get some things taken care of. I got things going on, and it's just all coming in at the same time. Come on. What? This is interesting. Let's get ready to start. I am kind of hungry. I ain't got no food. Welcome to the party. It's your boy Malintent. We back again for another day, Path of Exile. And of course, what we're doing is we're trying to get a build together. Decided I was going to go ahead and work on trying to get my build for Warden taken care of, but it's going to be a little bit of rough times. Hold up a second. All right, so trying to get some things taken care of. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to try POE Ninja and look at the build section. And hopefully, with the new league coming up, it didn't strip everybody. I'm trying to find some type of build that would be kind of okay. And see exactly what I can get out of it. Let's see if somebody did. There we go. This might work, but let's go ahead and let's verify. Oh, that ain't gonna work. This is one of those. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay, let's pop this over to the browser. All right, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out and try to get a configuration. So this all looks about the same. So what I'm trying to do is I was trying to see what kind of configuration we can do. So all these builds deal with that one thing where the further away it is, the better damage it'll do. And things like that. So, and it's got some clusters which actually come in handy. And then we'll go ahead and we can work around. But I just don't like exactly how that is set up. Sorry. What's up? You were looking at a backdrop. What you mean? Hold up. You don't see? Oh, ward loop? Oh yeah. Nah. Oh, we're looking at ward loop? Nah. What I'm trying to do is a freezing pulse build, and that's where why am I fired? Why am I fired? Sorry, I got people asking me questions and stuff like that, and I'm trying to handle this. So my job and everything else has been swamping me, and I have been so freaking. I'm so tired right now. I'm so tired. And Genkenstein, you just don't understand, man. You just don't understand. Okay, so let me try to get. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm looking to try to see if I can find a configuration for Warden, something to help me get Warden off the ground. And of course, what I'm getting is probably not going to be very good. All right, so I'm gonna have to try to build something. Basically, I'm gonna have to try to build something. Just basically build something manually, and I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. So let me show y'all what I did so far. So what I did was I ran through and I went through and I did this. This is just me quickly trying to grab nodes and stuff like that. There's no anything other than the freezing pulse and added cold in there. As you can see, it's only 15,000, which means it's terrible. Let's just be honest. That means it's terrible. And then we got to work from there to try to make it better. And I don't know exactly how we're going to make it better, but we're going to make it better. We got to, because if we do not make it better, I don't know what we're going to do. So I've heard everybody talking about the Warden, and they've been talking, hey, Warden, you need to, it's going to be lightning strike, it's going to be elemental strike, it's going to be frost blades, things like that. Well, I don't want to use any of those. What I want to do is I want to use a spell, something like freezing pulse or something like that, and kind of get where I need to be. But the problem is I don't think that's gonna go over very well. So this is increased, and we got increased cold. What I can do is got to figure out how to do more cold damage, which I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do. And then so we're gonna have to figure this out. Cold pin. And then some support. Let's go ahead and get rid of these awakened gems because they just don't do anything for me because I never have it. Spell echo. All right, and we're gonna have to do something like greater. So I do got a question, Gank, if you still here. Sir, what do you plan on playing for league start? 4 or 5. I gotta find something. Can't do elemental focus because I want to freeze things. Inspiration. All right, that might work. Let's go ahead and let's go back to this. Let's pull spell echo out. Let's do crit. Increase critical strikes. That's okay. Let's pull cold pin off and let's do critical damage. Nope, that don't work. Let's do cold pin. Man, Warden Absolution, this is gonna be wild. I wish it was something like that, but no, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. I am actually trying, and this is what I'm trying to do, Ferb. I'm trying to do freezing pulse and figure out a way to get freezing pulse to do damage from the warden side of the tree. Okay, so this is what I threw together just to throw things together to kind of look for certain things, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, but you know, it won't stop me from trying, you know. Oh, that might be good. Enemies permanently, it does have a lot of great options for scaling on that side. What, for scaling what? Freezing pulse over here? It doesn't. Oh, sorry, it doesn't. Sorry. I thought you said does. I was like, hold up. I done lost something. My brain don't work right. I was like, if it does, I'm missing it. All right, so what have we found so far? I mean, at least you can get some crit nodes. Yes, crit nodes. That's what I think is gonna happen. Is I'm gonna have to do crit, spell suppression, and do crit where I can get. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna have to probably redo this again. But I have realized that there's two things I need to get if I can't get it on this node down here. And this one is what? Cold Mastery. So this one should be Cold Mastery, right? Cold Mastery. That is going to be a very important node, I think. Enemies permanently take 5% increased damage for each second they have ever been frozen by you, up to a maximum of 50%. Now, with Horror Frost, freeze lower enemies actions. Horror Frost lasts 10 seconds and can inflict multiple times. Each refreshing blah blah and all this other stuff. Each Horror Frost increases your freeze duration on a target by 20%. All Horror Frost is removed after it's frozen. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just hit it. It'll freeze, right? And there's a high chance that I'm gonna get that 50% maximum damage increase because it got frozen. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know where seconds the enemy has been frozen. So let's say here 20 seconds. You see what you see that did you see that damage increase just automatically? How long has it been frozen from me? 20 seconds. So let's say 5 seconds. 5 seconds. See, that actually looks good. That actually looks good. I think that's gonna be the way to do it. That is gonna be the way to do it. Am I unbound? That is, oh yes. I think I got it. I think I have a flicker of a plan in place. A flicker of a plan in place. And with this flicker of a plan, I think it's gonna be we're gonna be able to do it. We're gonna be able to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's scrap this. Let's scrap this. Poof. And we just throw that in the trash. And we go through this again. So some of the things that we're gonna need to do, I think, is gonna be just like you said, suppression. Let's go ahead and find the suppression nodes and figure out what we're gonna do. So we go this route like that to get some spell suppression and some movement. We go here, and this is the code. We can't get any physical extra damage because that won't work, but we can do this. We can get the let's do that. Let's do that. That gives us that 50% spell suppression right there. So we have 50% spell suppression. And then what we can do is, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So this guy, we can go up here. Let's do this evasion there and then pop out to here. Okay, so we're good. We're doing good. All right. Now what we do is we do this. That will take us to 90% spell suppression. And all we got to do is just put one of these things in here like this. Chance to be lucky. So we'll do the phasing and the lucky. That'll get us so we don't have to worry about maximum. Ooh, hold up. While phasing, so let's turn phasing off. Make sure does it think we're phasing? Do you have phasing? So I go to 100% if I go to phasing. So what is that? Why did it jump like that? Oh, they got the lucky calculation in there. Oh, this is awesome. So because I have 90% spell suppression, and if I put lucky on, I will have 99% chance of spell suppression. Only because I got so this is that same thing that we were talking about the other day where we were talking about gladiator and block. Okay. So when we were talking about gladiator and block, everybody was like, what do you mean that you have, you block higher than your cap? And it's because of the percentages of lucky and how you calculate it. It's not that you have a higher block. It's a higher block percentage. It's just that by using lucky, your calculation comes out that you have a higher amount. So they did it. They put it in place. So now when you put lucky on, it will automatically add in the lucky percentage pieces. So if I am suppressing spell damage, it will automatically go, oh, you're suppressing spell damage. You probably got X. You see what I'm saying? And because 90% chance plus a 90% chance, there is only a 1% chance I'm not going to get 90% within two chances of me or two rolls of suppression. There's only a 1% chance I won't suppress the damage. So that actually is coming out really nice. That's actually really nice. Okay, so what we have right now is suppression. We got about 70 life from the tree. We need to get some more life from the tree, and I don't know how we're gonna do it yet. But I think we're gonna go up here and grab life like this. And then get this crit chance up this way, right? And this one is increase elemental ailments and stuff like that. So we're not, oh, and this one. Now this kind of sucks because this is a kind of like a global critical strike chance increase, but you do not get that physical. So I won't get any physical damage increase from doing this, but I will get that 40% crit increase, right? Which is what we're looking for. That is, just so you know, that's what we're looking. We're not looking for the other thing. We're just looking for that crit chance increase. Because with that crit chance increase, that'll come in handy. Now, other things that we're going to need. This is a 10%, plus we get recovery. 2% recovery on kill. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. That'll take us to 113. So 113 is life. That's 113 toward our life, right? Now, what do we have in place right here? We have increased critical strike chance. We got this there. I think we're gonna go ahead and drop that and get increased critical damage. Hold up. What did I have at first? I had added cold. Added cold is 96. And increased critical strike damage is 97. We'll do the 97 because what we're going to do is we're going to get that critical. And we're going to do that critical. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go critical. So what we need is the critical strike chance. And we're going to see if we can get, there you go. That's critical strike chance. We'll go ahead and do that. So that brings our critical strike chance up to 37. We're going to do this. Get a little multiplier as well. There we go. We don't need the accuracy, so we're just going to skip that one, right? We're going to jump over here to get multiplier and spell and critical. So we want the chance more than anything. So we got to get that chance up. So right now we had a 50% critical strike chance, right? So we're gonna go here and grab that. That's critical strike chance. This is cold right there, right? So we're doing pretty good so far. This is totems. We don't care about totems, but I do believe we want to go this route. So we can go up here like this and grab those. And there's a chance right here per power charge. So that's 36 right there. So 36. And we can do this to give us a little bit. So this is going to give us a power charge. So right over here, this is a good thing. So minimum power charges are 1. So we're gonna have 1 power charge automatically. Every time we kill, we get more power charges. We will also get 8 damage per power charge. Now, if you notice, we also get 4 per power charge. So that's gonna be 12 per power charge. So if we do things like, so that's there. There's no other power charges on this side of the fence. So what we have to do is we have to go over here to get the power charges if we're going to get any more. But right now we have 116. So we are we burnt all out pretty much everything we got. Okay. So we only got 63% chance to crit and only 578. Okay. So that's kind of sad, but that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get a large cluster and we're going to get cold damage and we're going to see if we can get some stuff added in and see if we can get some added in damage to the build for the cold, Cold-blooded killer gives us what? Nope, that ain't gonna give us what we need. Let's start at let's go ahead and start like this. This is what we need. We need to start at the top, okay? And figure out what we want. So, oh, hold up. Let's get one other thing that we need. Up here on this one, there is one we get to get, and that one is 10% inflict cold exposure on hit. So we are trying to cold expose those individuals when we hit them. So that's going to give us cold exposure. So this is a good thing, because that means what we can do is the enemy cold exposed? Yes, that would be automatic cold exposed. Okay. Horror frost stacks. We're going to leave that empty because we don't want to use that just yet. Okay. We do want to say we have maximum power charges. So that takes us to 82. Now, some things that we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and cancel this first, is what we want to do is we want to add in craft a potion, because we need a utility potion. And we're going to get that utility potion. We're going to put a diamond flask. We're going to make it a masochist. Gain charges when they hit me. And we're going to do crit. All right. So this is going to be a masochist diamond flask of rupturing. Okay. So that is definitely boop. Rupturing? Yeah, that's right, right? All right, so that will take us to 93. So this, as long as we got this going on, it's 93, okay? Excuse me about that. So what we want to do, we definitely want to get ourselves to about 100%. We want 100% crit. That's a given. We want 100% crit. Now, we also going to want to do a couple of other things. So as you can see right here, we only have like 25% more. Does anybody know where you can get more damage for spells? More cold damage. Out of the tree. So I got increases. I'm not worried about increases. I'm talking about more damage. Because the calculation of more damage right now is only 25. And I want to get that higher. And if nobody knows, that's okay. It just means that we got to kind of start fooling around with other things to try to get ourselves increased damage. Okay. So we got zealotry. And what is it? Assassin's mark. Assassin's mark gets us to 100. Assassin's mark on hit. Triggered skills, mark on hit. That will give us 100% right there. So right there, that gives us what we need. We get crit multiplier, and we get that. Now, because we're on this side of the tree, there is some things we can do. Marked enemies take increased damage. We could do that. And we could do this like this. And then, oh, nope, that's terrible. That's terrible. We're gonna have to taper back on some things, but that's okay. That's okay. Because I believe we are gonna have to do. See, what I want to do is I want to put a cluster in and put cold damage. All right, there you go. Put a cluster in, put cold damage, right? Nope. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and look at the modifications here. So we got damage penetrates 10%, cold resistance against chilled enemies. Okay, so everybody's gonna be chilled when we do things, so we're not worried about that. Freeze you inflict spread to other enemies within 1.2 meters. Blast freeze might actually be a very good thing for our build. Even though we're going to crit 100% of the time, we hit somebody and it's a possibility they can freeze somebody else. So let's go back over here to calculations. Pierce count. That's not it. All targets. All right, so is there anything in here? So we got 100% chance freeze, max chill, freeze duration, chill duration. Do we see? No. I need to know how much is 1.2 meters. That's that first circle, right? Is it worth it? I don't know. Is blast freeze worth it? Let's just go back to it in a second. Let's see what other things we got. We don't want that one. Cold to the core. 1% increase cold damage for every 25 dexterity. So that means we'd have 4% there from dexterity, 4% from intelligence, and only 2% from thing. So yeah, the DPS for it is not that great, but it's actually pretty good. Now this one, corrosive. Cold skills have a 25% chance to expose to do cold exposure. So that would take our 10% that we get from the top of the tree to 35% chance of actually hitting somebody and causing cold exposure. And then let's see what else we got. So inspired oppression is actually a good thing. Most people are probably not going to run inspired. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So that would mean that if you get a gem or if you get that will give you a little bit pretty quickly. Okay, so inspired is something I think that we should actually try to get. And the reason why I say that is because the inspired, let's just be honest. If we get inspired, we're gonna get some mana back. All right. And so we'll get mana back because 30% increased mana regeneration if I've frozen an enemy recently. So we're gonna be trying to freeze enemies constantly. That's what this build is. It's all about freezing people, which means we're going to get an increased amount of mana back. And so this is going to be a good thing. And then, that also means a couple of things that we have a problem with, which I don't think we've actually addressed yet, is charisma. We're going to need that. We're going to need that charisma. Okay. And then there's that other one, mana reservation. That's going to be up top. There's a mana reservation one that we need to get. This is the closest one here. Or let me look for, hold up. Mana. Leech. So this is mind mastery. Where's that one for the mana? Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Mana mastery, this is it. So we got to get this one so we can get mana mastery. Now, as you can see, we're already at 131. 131. We're gonna have to cut back. We're definitely gonna have to cut back and have to do some modifications to get us where we need to be. But at least we're sitting there and we're kind of figuring out where we kind of gotta go. Because right now we're okay. So we got zealotries is going to cost us 50%. We got Assassin's Mark, Freezing Pulse is going to be going. We need to get a little bit some defense. So let's just say we got Grace. Let's throw Grace in there. So if we get Grace in there, guess what? That actually is going to eat us down to about 28%. So that's 50%, 50% with the 12% mana reservation configuration and charisma. That brings us down. So we're now at around about 28% free. So we have 28% free unreserved mana, and we're going to have to make modifications to get that back to a decent configuration. So let's get back to this large cluster, and let's figure out what we're going to do with this large cluster. There's two things in the large cluster that could come in handy, and that would be elemental damage leached as life. And widespread destruction is good, but elemental damage leached is life. That's the one I think is going to be the better one. We get that put in place. Make sure that it's inside, it's covered. So right there, we have it. We have that. So we're now going to leech mana back or leech life back from casting spells. That's good, right? We're gonna cast spells, get some mana back. We should be good. We still need to take down at least 11 points. We got to pull 11 points out the build and still enhance the damage on the build, which we still got to get. We got to get more. We got health. So we got 31 health. So we got to get more damage into the build. We've got to figure out how we're going to achieve that. Okay. So we can achieve it a couple of different ways. Let's go ahead and let's look at more clusters. Because if we're going to go clusters, we might as well go into clusters if we're going to go clusters, let's go clusters all the way. All right. And so we're going to go into clusters all the way. This is where we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a medium cluster. Now, what are we going to do for the medium cluster? Let's go ahead and let's look and see exactly what we're going to do for medium cluster. Should we try projectile damage? I personally don't think so. Because if we do projectile damage is not going to give us the amount of damage we want out of it. So let's go ahead and let's rack into it and let's say, okay, I want one that's only 4, and let's say, what is this going to give us? Pierce additional target. We pierce everything. Increase damage, there. No, I don't think this is going to be what we're going to need. The cat repeater could be good. Cast speed, you got a cast speed increase. This is taunting and everything. No, I don't like any of those. So I don't like those. I'm gonna go with critical strike chance because the cold DOT is not gonna make it. Okay, so what are we gonna do with go with this? So there's quick getaway, which is cast speed, movement speed, and if you dealt a crit, so I'm critting all the time. I want that movement speed, and then I get a critical strike chance. So bam, let's put that in place. Oh, okay, so that means we might be able to pull some crit out of somewhere, right? By putting it into a cluster, we can pull it out of someplace else, right? So let's say we got let's go with a 25% increase effect, right? I'm gonna add that to the build. We're gonna put one here. Let's do this. Bam. Okay, so now what we can do is we can start pulling some stuff out, right? We don't need this for the crit. We don't need that for the crit. We can pull these out, right? What else can we pull out? Can we pull out crit from here? Oh, that gives me multiplier. We're not gonna do that one. But this one right here, those two, they're useless. These two were useless. So we pull those two out. Okay, we're coming down. We're coming down. We still need more though. We still need to pull some more. So what else can we pull out? What else can we get rid of? Right? So do we need, okay, so what's our movement speed? Our movement speed is 12, right? I put 1 point in there and I go this, that's an 89% chance. If I do that, that takes me back to 96% chance. So I can't pull all those points out. I can pull 2 points out for 1 point, 1 point investment. So that's better pathing. Let's go ahead and get that down. So by doing some of these things, we're kind of doing a good thing, pulling things out, getting ourselves correct. Now there are major problems, and let's go ahead and let's start looking at some of these major problems. So I'm still at 100% there, right? So this is a multiplier. We're not going to pull those out because we want the multiplier. What other critical chance multiplier? We got multipliers over here. This is all damage over time multiplier, crit chance, and crit chance damage over time multiplier. So if we can pull these three out, do we still go? Nope, we drop down to 96. So we're gonna need to put some crit back somewhere, but we don't need all of the crit. Okay, so like this one, and that one, and that one. So we got to figure out a way to get a little bit more crit into the build. So is there any place else that has crit? That's going to cost us a bare minimum. Oh, right here. We didn't put a point into the mastery, right? So what are the things that we have in the mastery? We can take our crit gems and level them up by 3. Or what we can do is we get 150% critical strike chance against enemies that are full on life. If we can get away with it, I would say let's do the +3. +3 the level of the gem, which should have taken this gem up to 2, 126, 123. Yeah, so just FYI, I'm trying to figure out why I didn't get to 99. And I was like, there's a problem. But it's because the gym isn't 2020, and that can be an issue if it's not 2020. So there we go. So right now what we got is, and this one is less mana for 20s. Let's go ahead and let's just say we're 20 all the way across. I usually don't do this on my builds. I leave the gems not maxed out, but if we're going to try to get this one to work, I'm gonna need to tweak out everything. So I'm gonna put 2020 instead of not 20. And then let's just be honest, we're gonna want a 2120. 2120 is what we're gonna want. All right, so we're still gonna have to pull things out of the build because look, right up here, we gotta pull things out of the build. So let's go back to the tree. Now we did add the critical, that there. We could do this though. This would automatically get us to maximum, but the one reason why I don't do that is because of the following. If we do that, it only happens if they're on full, if they're full of health. So I don't like doing those type of things because that kind of seems gimmicky to me, because what's going to happen is I'm going to hit them, they're going to lose their health, and then after they lose their health, you're not going to be able to go ahead and move forward, right? So we're trying to tweak this out so it works for us, okay? So this is like a lot of points we got to pull out of here. So let's figure out where we're going to pull those points. So that's 6% there. That's normal. This is ailment immunity as well. Do we want to pull something from somewhere? Where are we going to pull it from? So this is crit for spells, which we want with the crit multiplier. So we can't get rid of that. We want that. Power charges. Yeah. So this is cold damage, cold penetration, cold damage. So let's pull those points out. All we really need is this one so we can get that cold exposure increase. And we need this for 50% increased duration of cold ailments. So we want that 50% cold ailment increase so we get increased freeze durations. And hoarfrost and everything like that, when we throw that on there, that's going to be that'll be also increasing. But we want to, we're trying to kind of work our way into the right location and get some of this stuff done. So I think this will work out. We still need to work out on pulling some stuff because I do not like the tree at 122. So we still need to tweak out the tree to pull more things out. That's just the way I like to build. I don't like to keep it up at the maximum because I never get to 100. Let's just be, I never get to 100. Okay. So with this, you see we got spell suppression at 96. What I'm thinking about is I'm gonna just go ahead and pull these. That takes us to 88. Now don't forget, we can get spell suppression in gear. We can get some spell suppression in gear. So do we really need it? So if we pull points out of there, look, we pull those 2 points out of there, we had 120, right? We can pull some more. We can pull some more points out. See, this is where tweaking a build is always interesting to see exactly what you can do to tweak the build to pull and get things in a certain way, right? So we have this, we have that, we got this, we got the health. Health is good. I don't see us having problems with health. Okay, but I do see that we are pulling things out, but it's not a good modification for anything. Let's see. So that's 126. I'm gonna pull that 6 out, the 120. That brings us down to 119. 119 is actually 96. So we're doing okay. Let's go ahead and do the configurations and see what we're going to do. I personally do not like I like that one. I like Grookles. Now what we can do is we can do, there's another one that we can do, which is, hold up, see where it is. I don't want to be stationary. Relicash is a good one, but I always do this one, that one. So I do this one, and the reason why I do this one is enemies you hit recently have a 50% reduced life regeneration rate. So you know those things that regenerate, and you don't, if you're not doing a lot of damage, that is a great power to have. It just reduces the amount of damage that they got. So let's also go to this. Okay, so freeze duration. Yeah. Okay, so, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so all right, so I don't know exactly how long the freeze duration is going to be. Freeze duration is going to be times 1.6. Okay, that don't tell me how long it's going to be frozen. It's not going to tell me how long it's going to be frozen. So let's go ahead and just do it this way. I'm going to say freeze duration on the enemy 1 second. Let's say 2 seconds. They're going to be frozen for 2 seconds. 1 second. Let's say 2 seconds. All right. Let's say. All right. So this is going to take us to when we kick off Unbound Avatar, it was going to go up to 149. So that's actually a pretty good thing. If I suppress, it's going to jump up. That's automatically, we know that's good. Have I frozen an enemy yet recently? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Let's just say 5 enemies are recent or around. The reason why I'm doing that is so I can figure out kind of some of the other things that I need. That's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the tree because we still need to pull some stuff and add some stuff and things like that. So this is where it kind of sucks because we're gonna need to get some jewel sockets. We got 3 jewel sockets that we need to put in place, right? Now, I don't know what jewels to use. We could do Abyss, we can do Hypnotic, right? But if we do Abyss and Hypnotic, we got all these things that we can choose from. So I'm not going to choose that yet. What I want to do, and this is where it gets like kind of interesting, guys. You know, what we got to do is we got to figure out exactly how we're going to get to that damage output that we want. So this damage output is really mediocre. It's mediocre damage output. Okay. So one of the ways that we go get I need to do no matter what is take a ring, put a diamond ring together, make that diamond ring maximum. We're gonna do life, tier 2 life. We're gonna do fire resistance. We're gonna do cold resistance, and then after we do fire and cold resistance, where's this gonna be? What? We can't do that. Let's do the 30s. Both of those in the 30s should be okay. So that's tier 2 and 2 tier 3s. That should be fine. Now let's look and see what we got. Got cast speeds. We have crit. Nope. Cold. Now, I'm not going to put cold on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm gonna go essence, do cold. Essence of hatred. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an essence of hatred on this ring. We're gonna craft this ring with an essence of hatred, which is gonna give us that, give us that increased code, which still just increases here, not here. We need more, and I don't understand how to get more, but that's okay. We'll get more later. So that will give us that 100%. We got to try to keep our crit chance at 100% no matter what. We're at 119, which takes us up to 96. We've got some leeway, allows us to throw some other things in there. We have one warning, which is, hey, we don't have enough strength. So we're going to have to make sure we get enough, some strength added to the build in some place, somewhere. But what I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through, we're going to get the POB wiki, and we're going to hit the POB wiki real quick. And let's see here. Hopefully everything's going through. Does everybody see? Okay, yeah, there we go. So ice damage. Oh, come on. What I mean, cold damage. Sorry. Cold damage. That's it. Right there. So we go into cold damage, and we're not looking at the gems or anything like that. What we want to do is we want to look at gear, pieces of equipment, things like that. So what we want to do is we want to get cold damage, spell damage as high as possible. So how do we do that? Oh, here we go. Gain a power charge on killing a frozen enemy. Hey, that's a good one. Gain mana on killing the frozen enemy. That's a good one too. Hey, guess what? Adds cold damage to spells. That's a great one. Cold exposure you inflict applies an extra 12% of cold resistance. So this is not the original one, because this is an upgrade. This is an upgrade to a wand that you can get. Okay. So the wand that you're going to get is initially is going to be this one that's over here on the left. And so the twofold is what it is, right? It's added cold damage, it's increased cast speed. You still get power charges on kill. You're going to get all these things. You lose all your power charges when you reach your maximum power charges. That's fine for us, because we're going to generate. And we're going to gain frenzy charges on reaching maximum power charges. So as soon as we get power charges and we get maximum power charges, we're going to lose it all. But then we're going to gain it back. So Two Full is going to be the original wand. Toll Born is going to be the one we're going to be going up to. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that into POB, and we're going to see how that comes out. So if we go ahead and we put what? Toll Born. What? Yo, how's it going? How's it going? There we go. So the original one, put this way. Okay, so the original one that we're going to be starting with is probably going to be that one. It's going to be a real cheap one. Then we're going to go to this one, which is going to be much better in the long term. Just got done everything I have to do for tomorrow to do tomorrow, so I'm free for the league start. I'm not free, Shadow. I'm not free at all. They got a meeting for me that starts at 1 o'clock and goes to 4 o'clock. 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. On my time. That's my time. So I think league starts at 2 o'clock. So if league starts at 2 o'clock, my time. When's league start? League starts what? Eastern Standard? What is it? Let's look. I think 1. So if league starts at 1, okay, then that means I'm not going to be able to see. It starts at 1. I'm going to be 3 hours behind everybody else. I'm going to be 3 hours behind everybody else. That's a problem. That's a problem. All right, so it's gonna make me cry, but it's okay. So I'm 3 hours behind everybody else. I'm only gonna be able to play over the weekend. Then I gotta go see my son graduate from basic training, which is gonna take all week. Then I come back on the weekend. Yes, I come back on the weekend. I don't come in back on Friday. I come back on Saturday. It's oh my gosh, this is such a terrible league lunch for me. Terrible league lunch. I usually take off if I can, but I've just been so swamped at work is I just can't do it. I cannot take the time to stop. That's my problem. I can't take the time to stop. Okay, so what we've done is we've put a wand in place. So this wand gives us cold exposure, gives an extra 12% cold. We got some good cold damage, kind of increases our cold damage. You know, tool born gives us more cold damage, etc. So we're gonna be, you know, we're doing okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay, right? No, this ain't melee. This is actually the funny thing is I'm doing a warden. Freezing pulse warden. Freezing pulse warden. That's what this is. Yes, so that's what everybody is talking about. Yes, yes, I had to put it in there, and I haven't had a chance to figure out how I'm gonna get it in the build yet. That is the problem. So I have an idea, and I'm going through right now looking at things inside of the wiki. Okay, so the wiki is telling me different things, and what I want to do is, so we got this, we got that, that's not a problem. Increase code damage. So what I had to do is I had to get a wand first, right? Then what I wanted to do is that's not it. There is a lightning damage conversion thing, I think. It's probably under lightning damage. Convert to lightning damage. There is something. A lot of people say you don't need shock effect on that warden node. Okay, so a lot of people say you don't need shock effect on the warden node. Okay, so because I don't think so. You will still need to affect 50 shock on an enemy to get full damage on that node. That's correct. You're still going to need that. If you're to get that, you're going to need it. Yes, you're gonna need it because let me POB. What I think they're trying to say is the following: maximum, you can apply up to 50 shocks to an enemy. You just need to be able to apply shock. It doesn't matter the effect. You know, I mean, you don't need to be like, I can do a lot of things. So there are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. Okay, just as long as you can do shock, you're good. So one of the things that I'm trying to look at and look for, fast shock. You got to do fast shock. So there are ways to do it. Okay, so you can do it faster attacks, things like that, or you know how to get it. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to do. So if we go shock, right? There are items that will get you shock. Okay, and you get crit, you get 100% shock. Yes, as long as I can do something that, as long as I can get a little bit of electricity on my build, I automatically shock. I just need to add electricity somewhere. That's it. I'm shocking. So what I've been trying to do is I'm trying to find that, what, you know, that location of where I really need it. And so there are things that you can do, you know, and I'm looking for get it eye, you know, a hypnotic eye jewel, something like that. You're right. Anything to give me shock will automatically do it. I can get this, which only gives me a 10% chance to do shock. But I don't need that. I was looking at trying to see if one of these. So this is the one I'm thinking. You see it? It adds lightning to. It adds lightning, and for what I'm trying to do, I think it'll work. So if I go and get a barracks, that's why I left the one ring slot open. So when you look at my items, I left the one ring slot open. I've been looking to see where it was, and I just couldn't. So you want is this one, because if I add that to the build automatically. When I go here, 100% chance to shock. Now, everything I really need to do for this build is try to get my increased cast speed in place. Try to get things like that so that I could do better. So yeah, so it's a haste, ball haste would help. I was actually using Grace and Zealotry, because Zealotry for the crit and increased spell damage, then Grace for the evasion and stuff like that. Frenzy, that's yes, there you go. That's what I'm looking to think. I think I'm gonna do now is to try to get Frenzy, but there are things that we have to look at. So there is, hold on for a second. This is, I need to look into browser because there's something I want to look at. And this is what I need to look at. Does Enduring Cry still give charges? Yes, it does. It gives endurance charges. Okay, so long term, I got to make sure that I get charges. So one of the things I want to do is put enduring cry and more duration. So that's going to be something I'm going to be trying to put in place so that I can always use enduring cry, because I definitely want to be able to get that bonus of having endurance charges. But I still need to get frenzy charges for faster casting. So there's all kind of things that are that I need to still do. This is just a theory craft on this because I can't guarantee it'll work yet. The damage is not good. Let's just be honest. The damage is not good. Even though I have nothing in the gear and nothing here or anything like that, the damage is still mediocre. Some of the reasons why the damage is mediocre. How do I get more damage for spells? I'm still trying to figure that out. Controlled destruction, I think, gives more damage, but I don't want to put controlled destruction in place because I'm trying to crit. Then I'm still trying to figure out where and how to get that more damage that I need. And that's where I'm having problems. Do you remember how to do more damage for spells? Because that's what I need. I need more. This is good, and I can get this up by gear. I can get increased cold damage and everything like that, and points to damage from there. But I think I need more damage. I need to get more damage around about 50%. I just don't know how to do it. But either way it goes, this is the current configuration. Now, what we need to do is go back to the browser. And I need to go back to the browser, and I need to go back to cold damage and figure out what I need to do for cold damage still, because there's other things that I need to do. So what I did earlier was I did global cold damage. I wanted to see that. Cops Malice. This would be actually pretty good. Light of Lunaris. Let's look at that. Light of Lunaris. 50%, 25% critical multiplier if you've dealt a non-critical strike recently. Okay, that's actually interesting. Critical strike chance with spells. That means I can pull some more crit out of the build in the tree, which could help. So what do you? Light of Lunaris is looking kind of good, actually. Oh, I'm going lacerate, dude. Oh, hold up. Let me show you. Let me show you the lacerate build. Let me show you. You get gank. You're gonna love this. You're gonna say, "Wow, I can't believe he's doing lacerate." That's what you're gonna. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna. Let's go to POB. Let's save. Light. Let me get Light of Lunaris in here because I think I want to do Light of Lunaris. Light of Lunaris. Save that to the build. Now, let me show you something, gang. You're gonna be proud of me. You're gonna be proud of me. You're gonna be proud of me. So, I have two separate trees. Two separate trees. I don't know which one I'm gonna choose. And I need your help, gang. I need your help to tell me which one should I take. This tree, I get around about 4.9 million points of damage. This is with this tree. I go to the other tree, I can do 6 million points of damage, but I am going to go for effective hit pool comes down to 60k versus effective hit pool on the almost 5 million. I get effective hit pool of 86k. Okay. So the 86k, you're saying I should take that one. Yes, both of them are probably a little bit too low. Probably a little bit too low. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna point. You're not great. I love you, buddy. Was you need the layers. That's true. That's true. Actually, I should actually do this. Let me do this real quick. Plus 50% to all elemental resistances. There you go. That'll get me to 96. I forgot. I was adjusting things and it drops me down. Okay. So 9,600 is what 96,000 is what I got. Okay. So my block, I got block at 68 and 65. My spell suppression sucks. Just FYI, spell suppression sucks. I do not have spell suppression on any gear pieces except for the gloves. I got gloves. I put the spell suppression on the glove thing, but I didn't put spell suppression on any other gear piece. Now I will say the following. This is, you'll be proud of me, man. You'll be proud of me. If I cheese it like everybody else does, oh, my pride is going to be maximum effect. Oh, since my pride is at maximum effect, oh, I'm gonna put my exerted at a maximum. Oh, guess what? I'm doing 14 million points of damage. I'm gonna drop my banner. I'm now made 18 million points of damage. Oh, I forgot. I'm doing rage. Oh, I got 30. I got 30 rage. I'm now at 18 million points of damage. Oh, hold up. Let me give you the last cheese. The last cheese. I was fighting for 100 seconds. Now I'm at 37 million. That's it. I'm the awesomest. This is the best build ever. Oh, I hate doing that. I hate doing that. Initial, back to average, and get rid of this rage. Yes, I need layers. I need better layers. That's my layers. I need more spell suppression. Let's just be honest. I need more spell suppression. I need to get my chaos resistance up. Let's just be honest. If I do plus 120 to chaos. Was it 130? 135. If I get chaos resistance at all, I got 148,000 effective hit points. Somehow I got to get 135 chaos resistance. I do have layers, sir, just not as much as I don't put them in there. Because I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. I leave it -60. Most of the time I'm sitting at, well, most of the time I usually get myself out of the negatives. So I'll get myself to like 5 or 6, maybe sometimes 10 chaos resistance. So that's where I usually sit. So in all actuality, I do Control Z. There we go. In all actuality, I will have maybe 65, something like that. If I, because that's what I don't get myself to like maximum chaos resistance. I usually only get myself around about, I usually get like maybe about 60, 65, 70 chaos resistance on, because I can usually find maybe 1 or 2 pieces of gear that gets me what I need. And so if I do that, then I'm at an effective hit pool of 115,000. So, but either way it goes, this is my build right here. I think I'm gonna go with the default instead of the still working. Still working. I don't like the effective hit pool, but it does more damage. I'm gonna go with this one. Most likely, I just wanted to see. And what do you mean by I'm not great at mechanics? I'm great at mechanics. You saw my ball lightning build last league. That was the best. Ooh, that ball lightning was hot. I can't help it if the hey, I can't help it if they did, if they had a bug in it, because it's not my fault. It wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. The mechanic said I would do X. POB said I could do X without juicing or anything like that. But it felt like it was doing not even a quarter of X. It was such a bad thing. Oh, so irritating. But it was a good build. It was a good build. I liked it. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. So what I'm trying to do, Gankenstein, just in case you didn't know, I'm trying to do a warden build with freeze and pulse. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So this is where I'm having problems because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do to get some things. I want some more damage on the build, but I can't figure out how to do it. Then also I'm trying to get I got jewel slots and I got equipment that I need to add in. And so that's one of the things. Now, what I did find, Gank, is this. I did get myself with 100% shock and 100% freeze. So that's good. If I turn on the avatar, I goes to 290,000, but I'm leaving that off because I don't want to add that in as my damage output because I really just don't want it. Is the enemy shocked? I should do that. Yeah. So the enemy is shocked. Let's say I do 2. Dad bod, what's up? I have 2 shocks applied, 3 shocks applied, 4 shocks applied, 5 shocks, 6 shocks. 50. Hey, come on, Warden. At 50 shocks, I should have something, right? What's the bare minimum shock you can do? One shock. That's it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Burn? What's up? Burns PvP. How you doing, man? How you doing? Yes, it's that time, Dad. Bye. Oh, that's my boy. I can't answer him. Not much, just hyped for a new league, thinking of what build to go. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's always a hard one. And then I come up with these crazy builds that don't work sometimes. So, you know, like I because I want to play it a certain way, and it doesn't always work out that way. So, well, like right now, what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm just messing around with this one build, trying to figure out exactly. It's freeze and pulse, just FYI. Trying to do a freeze and pulse warden, just see if I can get it to function. I've gotten certain things. Now, what I need to do is I need to get me some like frenzy, a way to get frenzy charges adjusted and worked. So, get myself some frenzy would be awesome. I don't know how to do that exactly just yet. So I thought about this one. I want to avoid warden and melee cause those items are going to be expensive. Yes. Well, see, no. So I want to avoid warden and melee cause okay. I think I'm gonna go shockwave totems. Okay, understandable, Dad. Bye. So warden stuff is gonna be expensive because everybody's gonna be trying to do melee warden. They're not gonna do freezing pulse warden. That's the key. They're not gonna be doing freezing pulse. Nobody's gonna do freezing pulse on a Warden. Please. All the stuff for freezing pulse, nobody's gonna want to touch it. Hey, Gankenstein. I'm looking at you. We do those builds later in the league. That's right. You can do those later in the league. But I'm just gonna. This is not my starter. My starter is gonna be a lacerate. Hey, you make most of your money in the first few days if you go tried and true. Okay, I understand that. But I don't want to play Absolution at the start. I don't want to play Chains of Command at the start. Lacerate's going to be expensive. Yeah, I think Lacerate's going to be expensive to run too. It is. But I'm going to do it anyway because I just want to do it. It looks so smooth. No, I don't think I'm going to need that much. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to be okay because the way I'm running versus other people. Other people are going to be going to... see, I go the odd routes. I do the odd things. And because I do the odd things, I think I'll be okay. So like prime example, I'm doing freezing pulse on a Warden. If let's say if I started with this, I think I would be okay. You almost went Cyclone. I couldn't. I was thinking about Cyclone multiple different times in different ways to try to do it, and I just could not find a way to that a way that it would work for me. Slayer Shockwave Cyclone looks decent. Yeah, I think it would be. Shockwave, Sniper runs that on the... Oh, does he run Slayer or does he run Zerker? I think he runs Zerker, doesn't he? Or his Cyclone Shockwave build. But it's going to be pricey, so nah. Yeah, I agreed. Any melee start is going to be expensive. Let's just be honest, because everybody's going to be like, ooh, melee's the greatest. It's going to be awesome. And nobody's going to be able to make nobody's going to get any headway. They're not going to get, look, I already know I'm not going to get any headway. I know I'm not going to get anywhere. Already guaranteed. But I want to play Lacerate. So that's going to be that I think is going to be a good way to make money. So quick question. What is everybody going to be doing for money making? I thought about two different things. I thought running Essence and trying to do Essence to make money was one way. The second thing I thought about was actually trying to get trying to do Blight, but the Blight one doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Blasting maps, that's what you're gonna do to make money. I'm talking about what type of things you're gonna do in the maps. You know that. So Burn, you're gonna do Ritual. So Burn's doing Ritual. Nobody wants to do Blight. That's what I'm thinking. Nobody's going to want to do Blight. So oils are going to be very expensive. So I might as well do Blight and make oil and sell oils. That's my thought. I'm checking out my Scion around town, Lonely Sailors. That's funny. That's funny. Master the art of remembering the floor is lava in your hideout. I can't, man. I think about things. I stop and go, and then I start working again. No, yeah. We shut it off and run maps. I know. I really got to get better at that. See, my problem is, and this is gank. This is my problem. And my thanks for following, Burns. Burns PvP. Thanks for following, big dog. Did that actually make a noise? It didn't make a noise. That's so sad. That's so sad. Hold up a second. I get tired of this thing. It drives me crazy. See, watch this. If I log in and then go to my dashboard, it shows that you did your thing. So the activity is right there, right? Now, if I do this manually, it should have doggone played. What is the heck? Oh, I know why. I think I know why. Okay. All right, hold up a second. I'm adding some. I'm adding some. I understand why it wasn't doing it now. So this is, I need to do this, this, and that. And then when I do that, it should play, right? It should play. Come on. There we go. Hey, I got it to work. I got it to work. I got it to work, people. I got it to work. Yeah, I'm excited. Y'all might not be excited, but I'm excited. Okay, so back to what we were talking about before I had to do that manually because Burns PvP actually did a follow. I wanted to make sure that was that. So I got it kind of working for other things. So like browser should do it, PoE should do it, and everything. So what it was the path of building didn't have the correct configuration. Now it does. So we should be able to see all the things. So ooh, I could even do this. Let me show y'all this. It will even do the following. Hold up. Where is it? There we go. Here we go. See? It even put it on the screen. It wasn't doing that before, guys. I'm sorry. I think that's very exciting that I got it to work. So y'all might not like it, but I got it to work, and I'm happy. I got it to work. Okay, so now one problem with it though, which I've noticed, is I did that. Okay, that's why it was kind of low, because I forgot to turn up the music or turn it up back to its normal. So I've been playing around with stuff lately, but back to what I was talking about. So Blight, I'm thinking about because I can get oils and sell the oils and make money that way, because nobody's gonna do Blight. Nobody's doing Blight. Come on, who's gonna do Blight? So, but there are Essence, Blight. I'm not gonna do Ritual. I do not like Ritual. But Essence and Blight I could do. I could just blast Heist. I could just try to blast Heist and just do Heist make my stuff out of heist, and then just make the cash out of heist and sell the items coming out of the heist. Because we ain't gonna. I mean, nobody. A lot of people do heists just to do that. You can just sit on your. But why would you do heist? Why would you do that to yourself? I understand. I'm giving the options, man. I'm giving the options. What previous mechanic did they add? Heists can be a rough start. It can be. So I don't know. They what did they add in the add this from that was in older? I really don't know what they added. That's a good question. Affliction. Oh, and Sentinel. That's right. You get the Sentinels now that are going to be. You can pick up Mirrors of Calandra, which is going. Oh, Mirrors of Calandra is going to be awesome because you can get negative. You can get negative lightning, and the Doriana's prototype with negative lightning on the absolution is going to make it phenomenal. It's going to make it crazy. Just FYI, absolution is going to probably be a very good build. Never got deleted. So, back to what we were just discussing. See, maximum shock is 2%, right? So we go to tree. That's because it only does one. But either way it goes, let's get back to what we were doing. We are trying to make this build do more damage and to function correctly. So what we want to do is we want to do with what are we getting from the it's gonna suck. Armor evasion gear is what I'm thinking. Thinking armor evasion gear. Gank, what in the heck are you doing, dude? I know, hey, Are We Dead Yet's the one that normally does that, dude. I wasn't even looking. You got me, because I wasn't even looking. I was like, okay, because anytime Are We Dead Yet's in here, I always look at them, looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat, so I don't get caught. I owe you. Because that was crazy. You shouldn't have done that. All right, so let's go ahead and add this. All right, so we're gonna do armor evasion, right? I'm thinking armor evasion is gonna be the best route. Let's do some gloves, armor evasion gloves. Dragon scale. Let's do life. Running warden. I can't do ranger ascendants. I'm at 95% sure the ranger is modeled after Ellen DeGeneres, and it's too much for me. That's just me. All right, let's go ahead. Armor evasion for boots. Let's make sure this is maxed out there. They don't look identical. They don't look identical to me. But that's okay. And we got to get an amulet. Okay, so this is where we're going to make our damage up. We're going to make our damage up right here. Strength and intelligence. So we need a strength and intelligence amulet. That's what we're gonna need. Amulet, strength and intelligence. Create, and we're gonna max out because we need that now. We're gonna get a plus to all code skill gems. So back in the day, you used to get like an all skill gems, but those are hard to get these days. You can get an all code gem, skill gem, really cheap. And then after that, you can get that increased cold damage. Or the global crit multiplier. Let's do the global crit multiplier. That's 32. Add that in. Takes us to 500. Increase spell damage. That's it. Increase spell damage and thing. Bam. There we go. Still sucks. Just FYI, it still sucks. Okay, so oh, we need a helmet. Craft helmet. Nightmare Bassinet. Chance to suppress spell damage. I want that. There we go. That kind of sucks. I got tier 2 life on almost everything. Oh, the boots. I gotta redo the boots. I gotta get movement speed, 230, life, to there. Get some spell suppression. I got tier 2 life on everything and I still suck. Look at that. Look at my health. I think this is gonna be a sucky build. I want to get about 35. I need attack or cast speed. Oh, that's what I need. I need cast speed on something. Cast speed is gonna come off of an amulet, I think, right? I'm going tier 1 cast speed because I need it. The diamond ring, I think I can get cast speed on too. Right. Oh, I got no increase in damage off of that, so that's what attacks. I don't need that. Increase cast speed. There we go. Let's do that. Bam. There we go. That's it. The build is done. That's all we can do. Cause this thing sucks. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do something that, you know. I'm gonna have to do something like put this in the trash. But no. I'm not gonna put it in the trash because my wife wants it. So this is one of those ones that's like, I gotta figure out how to do this because the wife wants it. Yes, the wife wants it. Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds. Nope, no cast speed. Oh man, see, I'm actually cooking up a stupid build. I'm cooking up this is Warden using Freezing Pulse. Oh, that's terrible. I can't believe you said that. That's terrible. You know, when you say things like that, that just kind of hurts my feelings. It just kind of hurts my feelings. I cannot believe that you just said that. That's so mean. I can't believe that you said that. It's okay. Take it as you're doing the thing right. Oh, all right. That's what I'm gonna do right there. Boom. There we go. Save. Okay. So what we're doing is we're gonna damage out of this thing. So sort by hit DPS. No, yeah. Sort by hit DPS. And we're gonna be looking at belts. Replica prismatic prism weave. How expensive is that? Anybody know how expensive the prism weave is? A replica prism weave. I've never actually looked at one. I actually don't ever look at replicas. And see, hey, that's why I gotta run heist. I gotta run heist to get a replica prism weave. Oh man, I'm terrible. All right. Most common heist drop. Oh, then hey, that's good. That's all I need then. Do that one. Do Jade. Do Quicksilver because I need to move fast. And then I put a life potion in place. So that gives me 269,000 points of damage. Unless I am doing my unbound thing. My unbound thing is going to give me 485,000 points of damage from spells. That just sucks. Actually, that is a terrible. And of course, I'm not really running anything good. Let's just be honest. So, Herald of Ice, what'd that do? Ice Bite gives me frenzy charges, right? That's it. There you go. That gives me frenzy charges. That'll allow me to put frenzy charges in. Bam. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. What else can I do? What else can I do? Oh, mana is only 42, 41, 42. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I got to start pulling things out of the tree again to get where I need. I'll pull those. Oh, that takes me back down. That gives me 99. Oh, not enough intelligence or something? When I get more intelligence, that just gets rid of the... Yep, that's what it is. Add some more intelligence, I get rid of those things. Okay, so we got to figure out what we're gonna do. I need more mana. I could do this. Oh, that's energy shield. Where's the mana one? There we go. So that gives me 10 intelligence, regenerate mana per second, increase my mana. And yeah, that goes. That works right there. So to actually execute, I'm gonna need 100 mana per second regen, or 100 mana back, 100 mana a second just to even be able to do it. This build is gonna be a pain to configure. Gonna be a pain to configure. Fire cold. Base lightning. Two-tone. Let's add lightning and lightning and fire. Base. There we go. Dragon scale gloves. We're gonna add cold. Let's just do cold fire. See, I'm not even trying to get high amounts on them. I'm just trying to say, hey, what could I do? So let's go ahead and get lightning and cold. Save that out. So the next one will be fire and lightning, which diamond ring. Nope, nope, nope. That's it. So I'd have to get fire and lightning from somewhere in the jewel state, in the jewels. So it's going to be tight without, well, you know, like I said, I could actually increase the configuration, like the lightning here on the amulet. I can just say, okay, let's not do that one. Let's do this and take it up to 38. Save. And let's take the two-tone boots and take those up to tier 3s and save. See, we're almost there. And then the gauntlets, take those up to tier 3, which are 30s, and 30s close to 40s and save. And then the Lamlar. There we go. Now we're 75 straight across the board. but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, what is that? Why am I saying I don't like it? Just FYI. The reason why I don't like it is I don't like the base hit points. The base hit point configuration is just not, it's just not good for me. So this is with tier 2 things on every piece of gear all the way through. That's with the 30% there. Now, if I was actually going to put some stuff in place, I'd have to put a jewel, right? So if I do a jewel, let's say Abyss Jewel, let's say Hypnotic, Craft. I put the life in. That's going to be a life, let's say 30 plus 30 life. So plus 30 life, then what am I going to do? Increase, add lightning damage to spells or increase lightning. Cooldown recovery. Tomorrow is league start, and I am not going to be able to be there. Kind of sucks. Do the glitch. Oh, there you go. I could do that. I'll go none there. I'll put this in there. That hypnotic eye will give us that. That hypnotic eye will give us that. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. It's just not, just not there. Yep. Tomorrow 4 a.m. for you, man. I'm sorry. But, hey, you could be in a bad state like I am and just be like, look, this stuff ain't gonna work. I could do this one and just switch out to the Annihilate like that, and then change the Hypnotic Gem to a 2-hand. Change that to say, hey, give me spell damage with a 2-hand, cold damage while, and then save it. That'll get me almost to a mil. Cool. But it's on a Saturday. No. It's not on Saturday. Day 1 red maps. Here I come. Oh, okay. You gonna? All right. I got you. So this reduces my elemental resistances, but I can do triple damage. It's Saturday for you? Yeah. Okay. I can see what you mean. I see what you mean. I can see what you mean. All right. Let's replace this then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, I should be able to get my defenses up a little bit, but it's gonna suck because that means I got to get. So running this is really awesome, but if it makes you, it's just gonna be that triple damage annihilating thing. That actually looks like it's gonna be awesome, but it so sucks because it eats away another 65% reduced elemental resistance. That's not the one I was trying to get that one. If I can find one with a 60 reduction, I can still get like some stuff here. I can take that up to 40s, that up to 40s. This would be 40, and that would be 40s. I still don't think I could do it. I'd have to run purity of elements. I'd have to run purity of elements and get rid of some other stuff and to change. Okay, so I'd have to drop some stuff, like drop zealotry, which is gonna take me down from my crit capability. Oh, this kind of sucks. Okay, so this is gonna suck. Oh man, it sucks. Okay, so what do we have? We have a failure to communicate. No, this is not gonna do good for me today. Good. We're trying. So I can get to 1,000,003, but it's not what you want. Okay. So the reason why I say that is because let's just be honest. I need to get something in place. Like, let's just go ahead and pull some stuff. Let's pull the Herald of Ice out because we don't need that. So if we don't need the Herald of Ice, we can do summon Skitterbots. Summon Skitterbots will be actually pretty good because that would give, but it takes us down here. We're going to need to make sure we have, that gives us the reduction there. That gives us reduction there. I'd have to do an amulet modification to anoint. Now this amulet is going to be crazy. And that will give us enough enough points that we should be able to generate some stuff. Now, that still doesn't do what we need. Oh, that's still gonna hurt. But with that type of configuration, when we do this, we can get to 1.4 million. Everything's gonna still be freezing. And if I can get covered in frost, that'll give us another 200,000. But we got to figure that out. So with Skitterbots, what's this? This is FX 15, right? There we go. So with 50 stacks, it'd be about 2 million, but that's not going to be reasonable. Horror Frost stacks, 20. So what does that mean? What does Horror Frost stacks do? Does it just increase your That just increases your freeze capability, right? Okay, so that's it. That's all we got. It's already Friday there. Nice. Okay, so Gank, do you think I can get this to work? I don't think I can. I do not think I can get this to work. This is not working out. Not where it works. Not where it gives good enough damage at all. And even if I chose to do this for my defense, this wouldn't work. This. Yeah, I don't like the Warden. Not unless you do melee. Melee can do it. Melee can do it. But I don't know if I could do it this way. I don't see how I'm gonna have to work on it to try to see what I can do, but this is sad. This is sad. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna have to get on off here because I gotta go upstairs, get myself something to eat, try to get myself ready. I'm gonna be late on getting on tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see exactly what's gonna happen. Hopefully we'll be able to get on at the beginning of the league. If not, we're gonna be getting on a little late, but we're gonna go until we fall asleep, until I'm falling at the keyboard. I'm gonna, did I do something? That's gonna be me tomorrow. The reason why is because I have to make up as much time tomorrow, Saturday all day, and Sunday. I gotta just play as much as I possibly can because I'm gonna be out a week. So I gotta burn as much. I mean, we gonna have long, quiet streams because I'm gonna be playing. All right, guys. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace out. Time to drink 3 months worth of coffee. That's what I'm saying. That's the only way because I'm gonna be gone a week. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope this has helped you in your quest for ultimate power. Talk to y'all later. Peace.